Hello, my name is Ellie and I'm 12 years old. I am here today to air my thoughts on an extremely important topic, waste, in particular food waste, and the direct impacts it has on our environment. I have a passion for musicals, and as Oliver from the famous musical sings, "Food, glorious food, what next is the question?" My question is, unlike Oliver's, what do we do with the food, glorious food, that we waste? At the beginning of this decade, in the United Kingdom alone, households produce a staggering 7.3 million tonnes of waste, enough to fill Wembley Stadium. And dealing with this waste does not come cheap, costing us an astonishing $12.2 billion a year to maintain. Fact: 1/3 of all food produced in homes and restaurants is not used, and it is simply dumped and left to rot. Now surely we cannot ignore this appalling point. Where does this waste end up? In the landfill, of course. But we need to ask ourselves, what impact does food in landfill have on our environment? First and foremost, it uses up valuable space in our landfill sites, causing them to reach capacity sooner. Space is not the only issue. This food waste produces large quantities of methane. This is becoming a global pandemic. Yes, global. The world's climate is changing at a drastic rate. Sea ice is shrinking, ocean levels are rising, and heat waves are becoming longer and more frequent. You only have to look back at how mild our winter was. I hardly got a chance to wear my new hat and scarf. It wasn't cold enough. Let's try and put a little perspective on this. Agriculture accounts for 70% of water usage globally. So by throwing your waste in the landfill bin, you are pouring a single glass of milk down the drain, which is equivalent of wasting 1,000 litres of water, because that's the volume of water used to produce a single glass of milk. Most people are unaware of the processes and cost of production, so should we care? Yes, of course we should care. Do you know who funds the landfills used to dispose our waste? It is us, through rates and taxes. Money does not grow on trees. Imagine just how much money we'd save if it did. These landfills have to be maintained 365 days a year, and whoa, that does not come cheap. That's literally what it is, throwing your money in the bin. Not only that, look how much money you spend on food that's thrown away. Think of all the Michael Kors handbags you could buy yourself each year if you weren't wasting money on food you don't eat. Then you could buy all the things you love. Supermarkets are not without blame. How many times have you gone into your local supermarkets and are drawn to the special offer, buy two get one free signs? Sure, it's like a moth drawn to a flame. Supermarkets are cute and strategic, employing various techniques to hit the pockets of the fickle public. When you see special offers, you tend to buy more than you actually need because you see it for value for money. Well, am I right? Think before you leap. Ask yourself, do I really need that third chicken burger that comes free? No, I don't. I'm loving my musical references and I can't resist one more. Let's all think about our waste. And as Mary Poppins would say, we'll be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Do your part for the environment. Think before you buy and rethink where you put your food waste. You have a role play to help reduce the impact of climate change and save our planet for the future generations. Thank you for listening.